I'm Alan Kenny, Editorial Director with REIT.com, and we're at REITWorld 2014, NAREIT's annual convention for all things REIT in Atlanta at the Marriott Marquis Hotel. Joining me is Nelson Mills, President and CEO of Columbia Property Trust. Nelson, give us an idea of how things are looking in the various markets where you operate in terms of the fundamentals.
Well, we have a wide spectrum of markets that we operate in, from our largest markets in San Francisco, which is arguably the hottest market in the country in terms of rental fundamentals, to Washington, D.C., our second largest market, where admittedly the fundamentals are challenging there. But we're doing quite well in both. And then the other markets we're in are somewhere between those two. But overall, I'd say nationally, we're seeing some modest improvement in fundamentals in the office sector.
It seems like it's been a pretty active year for you in terms of the deal making. Give us an idea of what that's going to look like going forward.
Sure. Well, it's been an active 3 years. We listed a year ago, but even in advance of that, we began to reposition the portfolio. In the last 3 years, we've sold $1.6 billion of assets, about 32 assets. We've bought 4, but those 4 assets total about $1.3 billion. So we've been reducing the number of markets, moving to what we believe are the best markets in the country. And it's been a process. We've got just a bit more to go in that regard. We're planning about another $500 to $600 million of both dispositions and acquisitions next year. That's not to say we won't sell other assets in the future, but that really completes the original plan to transition the portfolio to better markets and to fewer markets.
And then lastly, we're hearing a lot in the office space about how tenants are changing up their space usage. Give us an idea, how's that affected your portfolio?
Well, there are a couple of key trends that has very much influenced our strategy and our operations at the property. So the trend to continue to reduce space needs by tenants continues. Law firms are a great example. Elimination of law libraries, smaller partner offices and so forth, but other tenants as well are learning to do with less space and more efficient space. Also, creative space has moved beyond just tech tenants to a much broader sector of the office using community. So that's a major trend. So that's influencing not only the space we buy, but how we configure the space we're renting. And the other key trend is the urbanization trend. Obviously in San Francisco and New York, that's very much the case. The younger employee in particular, wants to puts more emphasis on amenities and live, work, play environment. And so both the people, the employees, as well as the companies are focusing more on urbanization trends. But that's not true just in New York and San Francisco. We're seeing it in other markets like DC.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And for more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.